Okay, so we are now in Milano. Beautiful, fine morning. There's the train station that we came in yesterday. First order of business is to figure out the bus to Linate Airport. So this is the Milan main train station, built in 1931. This was all part of Mussolini and the boys making the trains run on time. And there's some fine Fascismo era art up there. Those two Mercuries. And these other, here like this guy. Perfect example of Fascismo art. Here's another one. Yeah. So we're over here going to try to find bus tickets out of here tomorrow to Linate Airport. Okay, so on the train station, there's another beautiful piece of Fascismo art. Look at that. Fantastico. Okay, so now I have my windscreen in. There's that beautiful piece of Fascismo art here. I mean, this whole train station it has Mussolini all over it in the art selection. Just a little bit more of this beautiful Fascismo art. Beautiful if it's to your taste. A lot of people would say it's, yeah, see this? 1931 in the era of Christ. I love it. Alright, there's another little piece of 1930s sculpture. We're on the Via Vito Pisani, and right smack in the middle of New York, Italy. Hotel Principe di Savoia, the Prince of Savoy. That looks like where the rich folks stay. But we're just poor working stiffs. Okay, so now we are at La Scala. And here's the schedule for this year. Okay, so there's La Scala, and this is the square, Piazza La Scala, and we're going to go over there and look at that statue. I think that's a statue of Leonardo. And look, there's a gay flag, all right. And there's the statue of Leonardo. With several compatriots. Alright, so the monument's from 1872. And very nice. Alright, so this is the famous Galleria Umberto, a shopping center. It's been around since, I don't know, 1880, something like that. quite impressive. Okay, so here we are in the center of the Galleria Umberto. And we're just going to take like a visual tour of this place. The exact center is right there. And we'll move up and give you a visual tour of the place. Now here's a really cool Easter egg display. Unfortunately, there's so much reflection from the glass, you can't see the coolest Easter egg of all, which is that one. Complete with little bunnies on the side. And little bunnies on the front. Oh, scusa. Bunnies on the side. Okay, so now we are at the fabulous Milan Cathedral. Been here several other times in my life. Last time was, believe it or not, 2009 with Jan. You never get tired of looking at this. It's one of the most amazing places in the world. Sheer Gothic exuberance. And we'll go inside a bit and examine it in more detail. Over here, this is the main square of town, of course. And over there is the monument to Victorio Emanuel. And then over here is the beautiful shopping center, which I thought was called Umberto, but I don't think it's called the Victorio Emanuel. I think it was built under King Umberto. So now I'm going to do a little distance from it. And in the shade of a lamp. Okay, so there's Vittorio Emanuele, the first king of the United Italy, who is looking so brave on his charger, but the fact of the matter is Garibaldi did most of the hard work. There's a very martial display. Under there is the Leone, the obligatory line. Now, Unfortunately, some vandal has blasted this with yellow paint. That's my hand up there because I'm trying to cut down on the sun that's just high in the left sky here. Okay, it would be impossible to document all the statuary on this beautiful wedding cake of a facade. So we won't even try. We'll just get some samples here. I noticed that we're about to go in, but over here in the line there, they are checking people for weapons. There must be some terrorism threat around here. It's a return to the days of lead, maybe, eh? Ani di piombo. Let's hope not. That looks like Adam and Eve over there that we just did. Oh look, the Judith cutting the head off of Holofernes, or Esther. Is that Judith or Esther? I don't remember. Ha! A Lutheran should know his Bible stories better than that. Wow, looks like they're charging for tickets now. That's another new thing. I'll tell you, this place is getting expensive. Annoying, eh? Okay, this is like annoying. Now I'm in the entrance line. Before I was in the ticket line, I think I forgot to hit I don't remember this ever being this kind of a hassle.
Frica stanno in super. Quelle stanno lavorando. Per me stanno lavorando. A lui piace, dice che non dice lift da lì.
Okay, so here we are in the Milan Cathedral. They made me take my microphone off for some unknown reason. It makes no sense. That's all right. I'll use the internal microphone. Not as good stereo separation, but I really only need that for when it's windy out. And of course I've been here a time or three, but it's spectacular still. And just look at these statuary on the capitals of the columns. Okay, so here's the high altar. This place has changed a lot from what I remember last time. A lot more free access. Of course, it might be because there's such a humongous mob of people out there. And Jan and I were here in November of 2009. We kind of had the place not to ourselves, but there weren't many people here. But I didn't have a movie camera then either. I remember I took a lot of pictures of those stained glass windows, which are, in a word, spectacular. I mean, this whole cathedral is spectacular. Beyond spectacular. Now if we look this way, we'll be looking toward the back of the church. And check out these decorations on the arches. Those arches are not so decorated. In fact, they look like the paint's falling off. So this is a monument to a bishop of Milan, not sure which one. But there's old Michael the Archangel doing his thing. Now looks like another devil is getting his just due over there. I mean, you could spend days in this place, which of course we're not going to. But I'm going to show you one of my... Ooh, look at that. That's nice. Okay, so this is my favorite statue in this place. I forget the name of this saint, but he was skinned alive. And so the statue shows his musculature after he has been skinned. The inscription makes reference to a Praxiteles. But is that a martyr, Saint Praxiteles, or is that a reference to the great Greek sculptor? Okay, so these are the fabulous stained glass windows in this place. I'll darken it down just a little bit. You can see that's the scenes from the life of Jesus. There's Peter waking him up on the boat. It's unfortunate that they have it kind of blocked off here. But, oh well. Now these appear to be scenes from the Old Testament. I wish I could get back here. It's so annoying that they have this blocked off. This is as far as I can go. Oh well. Well, it's not all scenes from the Old Testament, but there's one. The beasts. There's the Queen of Heaven. So these are just kind of, here as I can tell, kind of random scenes, but my God, what beautiful work this is. And I can't get back over here. There are more beautiful scenes over there. Okay, so they made me pull out the heavy artillery. The longer lens to do some more Old Testament work here. Those that look like a couple of Italian beauties at the loom. That didn't look like Old Testament. Oh, Isaac about to get it. Well, is this in the reeds? These look like much later stained glass windows. They're not Middle Ages at all. These are 19th century. So they're very, very nice. Hope I'm not moving too fast. I gotta go down. Yeah, I mean these girls, these look like 19th century Italian girls and men. Well, not the men, because they've got all those beards and stuff. The girls look like they just stepped off the plane. Well, off the Ellis Island boat. And of course, while we're watching this on TV, ooh, someone's about to get, ooh, martyrdom stories. These must just be sort of random scenes. I can't discern any particular pattern. Moving kind of fast. Too fast, probably. I love these girls at the loom. I'm going to get a still of that. That is so beautiful. Ha! Okay, here's some more fabulous stained glass. But I got to run soon, so I'm just going to show you. We're on the right side of the altar, and this is a view all the way back. I was standing over on the other side of these benches earlier. Okay, so there's the altar is behind that screen, and that's the left side of the church. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, this place is really beautiful. Beautiful. Look at the way the light is over here on the column. It's coming through a stained glass window. More stained glass. This looks like a dual martyrdom. We got two guys there. Now, I'm not sure if I got this earlier or not. So if I didn't, I'll get it now. That's the main altar. I think I got all this. I would hang around here a little longer, but I told John I'd meet him right now by the Garibaldi, did I say? The Victoria Emmanuel statue. It took so long to get tickets and so long to stand in line, etc. It bummed me out. So this is where you can have your confession done. The little box, the penalty box. Okay, now that we've visited the exterior of the church, the interior, let's get some more close-ups of the exterior. Because for me, this cathedral has always been about the exterior. The interior is meh. It's alright. Nothing really special, I don't think. But the exterior, goodness gracious, it's amazing. So here's just one typical window. Now, some of this statuary was put up in the 19th century. And I don't really know what's real old and what's newer. But it's all fabuloso. And I can't be sure, obviously some of these have religious significance, but not so clear that, for example, that one does. Some of these appear to be purely decorative. There's a guy with a saw. That has some religious.
Este fin de semana me
Maybe he
cago,
was.
pero bueno.
Maybe it's a martyr who was martyred with a saw. Wouldn't surprise me. Now here's another window. We'll just do the left side. One thing we don't have is mythological saints, because this is all before the Renaissance, and everybody went crazy over mythology. So these are saints, I'm sure. Here is a soldier saint. There were a number of them who were martyred for the faith. Here's another window. With figures. Amazing number of figures on here. And way up top we have some cool gargoyles. I'll do the gargoyles later. I'm going to get out the telephoto lens so we can do the gargoyles. Meanwhile, another window. These have to be saints. Have to be saints, because there's one of those Old Testament ladies who cut off the head. And I apologize to all my Protestant friends. I don't remember if it was Judith or if it was Esther who cut off the head of the Persian satrap who was persecuting the Jews of the time. So we have Old Testament saints and martyrs over here. We know that much. And down here we have a bishop. And this is probably one of the either a doctor of the church or maybe one of the evangelists. Here's a female saint with, looks like she's holding out the Sacred Heart. I mean, really, you could spend an entire day doing nothing but with a guidebook. Surely there's a book out there somewhere that describes all of these statues. Over on the other side of the church, they give you the number of statues. Now here's an angel with a child. I'm not sure what that is. And over here there's a man carrying the baby Jesus. That might be St. Anthony? No. Well, it might be. It's the 19th century. Well, even in the 14th century, St. Anthony was St. Anthony because he lived in the 13th century. So, who knows? Maybe it is St. Anthony. I'll get a close-up for Jan. No, that can't be St. Anthony because he's not dressed as a monk. There's some other saint that got to carry the Christ child. Was it St. Christopher? I don't remember. Over on this window you can see some more various saints. Up there there's a knight saint. And now let's do some gargoyles. Okay, it's gargoyle time. This is gargoyle number 1. Here's a nice one. Look at this. This is interesting. That saint is saying, "Hey, gargoyle, what's happening, man?" Maybe it's not a saint. He's in full armor looking up at the gargoyle. And this guy, same deal. He's looking up at the gargoyle. Isn't that interesting? There's a nice gargoyle. And come on in, Gargoyle. Where are you? Oh, there he is. It's a nice one. And just one up above him. Where'd he go? There he is. And I got this thing on such a long lens at this point that it's hard to keep it steady. And there's a nice pair of gargoyles. And another pair. So this is actually a 300mm lens. Here's a gargoyle. Where is he? There he is. And he's got his little knight guarding him too. He's sitting the knight saying, "Okay, man, we've been stuck here together for 500 years. Your job is to get rid of the water, and my job is to make sure you don't get into any mischief." Way up top these pinnacles, there are some statues also. It's amazing that this church has no flying buttresses. Not a single one. And I think these pinnacles have something to do with that. They keep the thrust straight down, and that way helps support the walls. Over on this side, there's some obvious military figures. These guys are not saints. Take that back. The saint on the left, the military figure on the left is a saint, and you can tell because he has the palm of martyrdom. Probably one of those Roman soldiers who, having won a victory for Rome, was then persecuted for being a Christian and killed. Okay, we are on our way to the Sforza Castle, but in front of it is a statue to my all-time modern Italian hero, Garibaldi. What a man. What a man. Okay, so the monument to my hero, Garibaldi, and interestingly, right there mentions the Battle of Calatafimi, which maybe we'll visit in Sicily. I'm not sure. On the front, its name's Milazzo and Roma. It is Milazzo, Roma, Varese. I don't think that Varese was part of the Risorgimento. Roma was not. That's when he was fighting the French. I'm surprised they don't have Milazzo, which was the final battle in Sicily when he chased out the Bourbons. So this is the interior castle. Open, I don't think. It certainly doesn't. Okay, so this is the part of the ducal palace where the Duke and his family lived. It's now a couple of museums, but the museums are closed to visitors because it's Monday. And I believe this castle, we're going to have to do some research on this, but I think this was the castle of the Visconti before it was the castle of the Sforza. This little portico here is called the Elephant Portico because when they were fixing this place up in the early 1900s, they discovered that elephant picture underneath the plaster. It's a fresco, an elephant fresco. And up on the capitals you can see that omnipresent snake thing, which somehow has found its way onto Alfa Romeo cars with a human being coming out of it. We got to figure out what that's all about. And there's a different hands clasped over a couple of balls. I don't know what those balls are. Don't think they're the Medici balls. And there's our elephant. Okay, we are here in the ruins. And what's left, there aren't very many good Roman ruins here. But the kitty cats, they're enjoying their afternoon in the ruins. It's kind of minor show here. We've gone our way to San Lorenzo, which is an ancient church from about the year 400. Milan was the capital of the Western Roman Empire from what about? Well, let's go see the sign again. Yeah, I'm not going to go see the sign. I think it said 250 to 400, which is about right. And we're going to go over here to the Basilica of San Lorenzo and then down here to the amphitheater with any luck. Okay, here we are at the columns of San Lorenzo. It's what's left of an old Christian church, which before that was doubtless a Roman temple of some sort. There just aren't that many Roman ruins in this town. And I don't know why. I wonder if they were just obliterated by the barbarians who were mad at the capital of the Western Roman Empire. Still, some Roman ruins are better than none. This is San Lorenzo. ones are better than none. Okay, so we just walked several miles, hurting our feet, in an effort to go see the Roman arena, or what's left of it. And it's totally covered with this fence because they're erecting a park around it. So I will not see the Roman arena in my lifetime. Boo-hoo.